we are blessed to be in the Bay Area. We're blessed that we have so much diversity, so much culture and traditions that we truly can appreciate one another's backgrounds and ethnicities and what have you, from different faiths and belief systems. And I think it's a blessing. It's a true blessing that we have. But one of the issues that we're facing, especially within the Muslim community, there's a large Muslim population. Actually, in Northern California, one of the largest mosques is here in Santa Clara, MCA.
Yes.
And one of the things that we have basically a concern over and a frustration is, especially from some of the right-wing conservatives that we see in Washington, what have you, is the anti-Islamic or anti-Muslim rhetoric that is taking place, and this new wave of what is being dubbed as Islamophobia and fear of Islam or Muslims. And mind you, as you may well know, that Muslims are tax-paying, hard-working citizens, and even when it came to 9/11, many Muslims lost their lives in 9/11, and many were first responders who actually came to the help and to the aid of their fellow Americans, and the towers collapsed on them, and so and today you go to your local hospitals, your doctor can be a Muslim. The teacher you send your kids to can be a Muslim. And just like we have all these beautiful faiths, Buddhism, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, all these faiths that make us a global village here in the Bay Area. This is one of the biggest concerns that many Muslims have here. How will you be able to address this? Islamophobia and the anti-Islamic rhetoric that's taking place once you're in Congress?
Well, I think first I'll talk about our founding. I was born in Philadelphia in 1976. I'm a bicentennial baby, so I'm a student of American history. And our founders actually debated when they said no religious test for political office. And if you look at the transcripts, people say, well, a Muslim may be able to become president with no religious test. And that was debated, and they said, yes, that's fine. So our founders were enlightened. They wanted a society where we welcome people regardless of faith. And that was the founding principle of this country. And I think hearkening back to the founding principles is important. And I've had a record over my last decade of public life of standing up strongly for civil liberties. Everyone knows, or many people know, that I took a very strong stance in 2003 against the war in Iraq and against portions of the Patriot Act that profiled South Asians, not just Muslim Americans, but Sikh Americans and others. And I will continue to be a fierce advocate for civil liberties, against racial profiling, for religious pluralism, and to understand that it is, as you put it, a huge source of strength here, that in a country of great faiths like Christianity and Judaism, that we also have people of Islamic faith, and this is a strength of America to be a leader in the world.
And I appreciate that, and actually, like you mentioned, the Founding Fathers have left a welcoming mat for Muslims. A very a quote from Benjamin Franklin, who said that, I pray for the day to see the Mufti of Istanbul preaching, not just preaching Islam from the pulpit of Philadelphia.
Did he say that? I was, okay.
Benjamin Franklin himself. And many know that Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, had a Quran in his personal library.
And Keith Ellison swore in on that.
Exactly. And so we have a tradition of that acceptance and a tradition of the welcoming mat that we want to keep and be able to contribute to the society as well.
When I believe in American exceptionalism, which means I think America is the greatest nation in the world, what is the principle of American exceptionalism is exactly this: no religious test. We're a nation not of blood or religion. We're a nation of philosophical ideals. When we don't treat every faith with equal respect and empower it, we betray our own American ideals. We make us less than what we can be, which is the greatest nation ever in existence. And so, to me, I think when we talk about the rights of Muslim Americans or Sikh Americans, what we're really talking about is the philosophical principles underlying this country.